Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. The number 3 Texas A&M Aggies erase a 27-point halftime hold. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's the largest comeback this season. It is the biggest comeback in Aggies history. They shut out the Gamecocks in the second half and scored 31 unanswered points. The largest comeback in the victory in the FBS this season. It's the largest comeback in an SEC game in the past 20 seasons. SEC teams had lost 286 consecutive games dating back to 2004 when trailing by at least 27 points. A&M moves to 10-0. Ocho, your guy, Marcel Reed, 22 of 39, 439 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Hey, our guy, KC Conception, 7 catches, $158. Bethel, 4 catches, 139. Williams, 3 for 50 on a tub. Bo Kircher, 3 for 40 and a tub. He had to throw it. Running was not going to get them back in the game, and plus Carolina was doing a great job shutting down the run, Johnny. 29 rushes, 64 yards.
If you
guys were going to win this game.
Minus 9 yards a half. Minus 9. I'm sitting in that stadium. I'm like, man, what we've been seeing from them is pounding the rock. That's what we've been going to. All that play, all that scheme for the week is out of the building. Early in the first half, so many uncharacteristic plays from this offense. Concepcion dropped the ball in the end zone for a touchdown because he jumped, and he never does that. We had a 3rd down drop. We kicked the field goal from the 2-yard line and miss it. We missed 2 or 3 field goals in the first half. Everything goes wrong. I'm sitting in that stadium at halftime. I'm walking around the stadium telling people, happened again. It happened. This is some Aggie shit if I've ever seen it. They come out, really do lock in the second half. That defense was not the same defense from the first half. That long touchdown they gave up, number 8 broke it, ran up the tunnel, and then ran into the cop. We haven't seen A&M. They've given up some gashes, but that was just, they got out. First time you've seen them get outspeeded, I guess you can say. But, man, what an adjustment at halftime. That's good coaching. Elko came out and dialed in. Unbelievable scheme. Lenore Sellers looked like a different person. You got pressure on him. He sat there all first half and just patted that rock. Boom. I'm going to hit the corner versus cover 3 because the guy doesn't drop deep enough. Boom. I'm going to take this and pull this for 26. It was all South Carolina. You turn around, Marcel Reed, Mike Elko in the locker room. True story. He goes, man, our quarterback, I think he was playing for the other team in the first half. I go, probably right, coach. He goes, but in the second half, he got to figure it out. Just the locker room after being there for such a game like that, man, it's a great day when the Longhorns go down and the Aggies are on top. Let's get it.
Somebody need to explain to me. I don't want to get into the whole thing because maybe people think I'm going to, in Carolina and Gamecock fans, but I need to know, somebody need to tell me what am I missing about Lenore Sellers? Ocho is 4th and 6, and he gets sacked going out of bounds. Throw the ball up. Who cares? Who cares if it's complete or not? You cannot take a sack on 4th down, young man. You can't do that. Like Johnny said, he looked like a different person. I don't know. I don't know what he was doing. Lenore Sellers has been bad all year long, guys. That's not hyperbole. This is no embellishment. He hasn't looked good. And I think a lot of it had to do because there was a lot of praise about Lenore Sellers and he might go somewhere else and somebody got an $8 million NIL deal. Bro, maybe it's just me.
I still got faith. With all that being said, I still got faith in him. I think if he really buckles down and takes all that and sets it aside, he's another player that we look at, not as sure as I am with Ryan Williams that he's going to be really good. But in my opinion, being around enough quarterbacks, I think Lenore Sellers still has enough potential to go out and come back next year and have an unbelievable year. He's huge on the field in real life. He throws it nice. It comes out of his hand. It's just when things are going really well, it's easy for Lenore Sellers to go really well. When
Correct.
he's able to get the run game and that motion and everything is mixing them up, and he can scramble and slide. They did a fake reverse pass that he caught. They really emptied the clip in the first half, for real. So you see the potential. And then when the chaos comes and the bullets flying and you're in the trenches and you got the pew, 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 it's a different guy. And that comes with time and comes with being comfortable in the offense to where you know where to get out of stuff and what to do. And really, it's when the fire gets hot, he really starts to panic.
You know what? That's all he has to do, Unc. Especially, you understand, you looked at him when they came back. Obviously, when Texas A&M came back and the pressure was on him, you have to learn to stay relaxed. You have to learn to stay calm. To be able to make decisions, make the right decisions in pressure situations, make some of the best quarterback play. That's where the best quarterbacks come from. When you're in a hostile environment, when you're in a chaotic environment, and you're still calm and collected, being able to make the right decisions, during that time. And Sellers kind of folded under that pressure today. Simple. 4th and 6. The call should have came into the headset. Listen, by any means, you got to make a play. You can't run it. If you got to throw it, if you have to throw it, even if you have to put the ball in harm's way, you have to do something with the ball. So just running out of bounds. Obviously, it's a huge mistake. One that he probably won't make again if he's back in a scenario like that.
I really shouldn't have to tell a quarterback that's starting at a D1 school that he got to throw the ball on 4th down and he can't take a sack running out of bounds. I shouldn't have to tell him that, Ocho, because I got a problem. I'm going to have a problem if I got to hold your hand every step of the way, because you both guys said something very interesting. Did you see how well he was playing when everything was going well? Well, in the NFL, there are going to be more times than not it's not going to go well. If all you do is play well when you front run, what happens when you fall behind? And you see, as A&M started to mount that comeback, he needed to be the guy. I got this. I'm going to stop this damn momentum. I'm going to put a stop to this right now. Yeah. He didn't. He embellished it. He helped him.
There was a 4th and 1. There was a 4th and 1 in that second half that South Carolina went for. That if they score any amount of points there, it makes it an extra possession game for A&M. It makes it really hard. And they went for it on 4th and 1. I will say this, number 11 and number 9 on the Texas A&M defense stood tall today a couple times in that second half and played like some real dogs. With that 4th and 1, if they get that first down, there was 7 minutes left in the third maybe. They were bleeding a lot of clock. They get that first down, they knock the clock down to 3 minutes left and kick a field goal and take points. That for them, they didn't even put it in his hand. They ran it again up the middle and got stuff. Little plays like that where you're not so confident, where you put the ball in his hands for sure, because you don't trust him enough. He should be running that rock. He's 6'4", 250. What'd they do with Cam?
He that big?
What'd they do with Cam?
Thank you. That's my point. Johnny, you're making my point. If he's your best player, let me ask you a question. If you notice in any crunch situation, they put the ball in Mahomes' hand, say, go make a play, son. They put the ball in Lamar Jackson's hand. They put the ball in Josh Allen's hand. They put the ball in their best player's hand and say, son, I'm going to live and die with every decision you make. If I give you a run-pass option, I'm trusting you enough that you're going to run and get it or you're going to throw and get it. But I'm going to live with whatever decision you make, son. They took that decision out of his hands and said, nah, we don't trust you like that, bro.
That they did.
Cliff Kingsbury would have never done that to me, ever.
No!
Ever. We live and die by the sword, and we live and die with him. That's our cat. That's our guy. He doesn't have the keys to that program in South Carolina, and he had all the hype in the world this year. That's what's going on in practice. That's what's going on behind the scenes.
I can live with any decision my best player make. If I put the ball in Mahomes' hand, I put the ball in Lamar Jackson's hand, I put the ball in Josh Allen's hand, or Joe Burrow, or any of my top quarterbacks, I'm going to live with whatever decision they make. And we might say, hey, at least Andy Reid, we've seen how many times on 4th down. They give Mahomes the run pass option. Normally they fake the inside, and he's going to take off and run, and they bring the drag flat. They got the flat going right now, or they got somebody coming in behind the flat. But anyway, I trust your decision.
You also have to understand. Look at the players you just named, where coaches trust their decision making in those times like that. Sellers is not there. He's not there. He's not there yet. Obviously, he's not, because they took the ball out of his hands. With that 4th and 1, that's exactly who you want the ball whose hands you want the ball to be in, but that wasn't the case. The fourth down. If it was any of the quarterbacks, if it was Josh Allen, if it was Lamar Jackson, if it was Patrick Mahomes on that 4th and 6, you think they would have ran out of bounds? No, they would have threw it and gave someone a chance to make it.
Yeah, I hope not.
I'm just saying.
Ocho, it's like a 2-point conversion. You take a sack, or no, bro. It's the last play. It's 2 points.
Yeah.
Throw it up. Who cares? Maybe you get a PI. Maybe the guy all of a sudden the ball carries over the place and you catch it. But at least something, get the ball out of your hands. The one thing you can't do, son, you can't take a sack here. You got to get the ball out of your hands. It's really that simple. It's not that complicated at all. It's that you got to get the ball out of your hand. Because guess what, Ocho? If you get sacked, the game's over. I don't know what happened if you throw the ball. Maybe we get a PI. Maybe he makes an unbelievable catch and he catches it. But the one thing that we cannot have happen is that you get sacked running out of bounds, Ocho. He was running out of bounds. Come on, bro. You better than that. There's a reason why you get the NIL money that you get, because the Gamecock booster and alumni, and they believe that you're worthy of that kind of money. And to make these kinds of mistakes, bro, if you a first-year player, I give you some, you know what, it's his first year. I give him some credit. I say, Ocho, you know what, hey, he a first-year guy. But nah, we can't. Not this. No, you can't take a sack on 4th down.
On the flip side of this,
stop.
How do we feel about the quarterback play from the other side of the field today?
Oh, he was, and look, that second half, once he got those jitters out, he had a horrible interception in the end.
On the corner, are you talking about the corner route? He left it a little short.
Yeah.
The corner route, he left it a little short. He left it a little short.
That ball is high and outside forever.
Because here's the thing, the corner slipped off.
It did.
So that's why you got to be careful on that, because you basically got to look that throw, because you got to realize where you are, Ocho. It's not like the corner's in the field of play. He ain't got that far to go.
You know, depending on experience and chemistry with a receiver, I'm talking about an elite quarterback. You know what they would have did with that? If that corner you want to shove off, they would have back shouldered it. Exactly, and put it right on his inside shoulder to force him to turn around.
That ball's got to be like a Santonio Holmes almost in the corner with Big Ben. That's how that goes.
But back shoulder.
But what I always said about Marcel too, and what I really stress on him this offseason was, you need nothing but different combinations of half-line routes in 7-on-7. You need to see that corner slump. You need to see what man press outside leverage looks like with the corner. You need to see more and more reps like that. So as it is a bad pick, it's such a good learning tool for him that he now takes and goes down the road and is able to keep in his memory bank. So I don't think he'll do that again. I've got caught lacking on that in practice a million times, where they slump on you and get back. And if they're athletic enough, you feel stupid as hell. Really do. Because you see it, but you have to trust it because it's such an early anticipation throw.
Right.
Once he got settled in, though, to look at what his stat line ends at, to know what his impact was. And by the way, in the second half, he took a 40, 35-yarder to the house on a scamper that he scored on, that they called holding on, that old boy just fell over on, and the O-lineman was just over the top of him. Wasn't holding. So I think if you look at his play as a whole, 400-plus yards, 3+ touchdowns, okay.
He had to play like he played the second half, Johnny, or they're losing this game.
I couldn't agree more.
He had to play out of his mind, and he did. And that's what you expect your guy to do. He's like, okay, I'm the best player. Let me show you why I'm the best player. Let me make these plays. And he made those plays.
If he goes to Texas and he has himself a game, does he win the Heisman?
Man, everybody been hyping about what's the kid at Ohio State in Mendoza, the guy at Indiana. He had another 4 touchdown day today. So we'll talk about him a little later. But I definitely think, Johnny, if he goes to Texas and does what you think he's going to do, I definitely believe he gets an opportunity to be sitting in the downtown athletic club or be in New York come Heisman Saturday.
He gives himself a hell of a chance. If he goes out, runs the table, I believe he will still have SEC championship game too before Heisman weekend, before voting.
Yeah. Well, you know, hey, if you're the quarterback and you run the table, you're undefeated, you go and you play well in the SEC championship game and say you beat a Georgia, I don't know who's going to be on the opposite side. Maybe it's a Georgia or maybe it's an Oklahoma, whatever the case may be. That definitely increases your likelihood, and people like, damn, you see that gamut that they had to run, and here he is, he's sitting here. Yeah, it definitely helps.
Couldn't agree more.
Hey, this Georgia kid, he's playing himself in getting some people talking about him. Ocho and Johnny. Stockton stock is rising. Yeah. I'm not saying it's Bitcoin in the video, but he got some slow growth going on here.
I agree.
Ocho, Texas A&M said the state trooper, Johnny, that made contact with the South Carolina players during the game was relieved of his game day duties. After receiver Nick Harbor caught an 80-yard touchdown pass late in the second quarter, he grabbed his right leg, walked up the ramp, and Oscar Attaway III following. As they turned to walk back down the field, the Texas state trooper bumped into them and then turned around and pointed at the players, seemingly scolding them. Harbor was quickly pushed away by a teammate and continued to the field, but Beamer thanked Texas A&M for the quick action while speaking to reporters after the game. Got a ton of respect for the people here at College Station. It's a first-class operation. Everybody from the game operation standpoint, they do a great job and are first-class people. So we appreciate them handling that the right way and sending him home. Johnny, what are your thoughts about the alma mater?
Yeah, I think we're just a little frustrated in that first half. He breaks off that run, runs up the tunnel. Around here in these parts, partner, we protect this house. We paid a lot of money for this house. Get out my tunnel, boy. Get back on the field.
Hey,
so he gave him a little something, let him know what's up. To be honest, it didn't give us much of a spark, but listen, majority of the time you don't see a lot of that from A&M people. You don't see it from Aggies. It is a small gesture that, of course, in the day and age we live in, it's on TV and recorded and blasted everywhere. I'm sure the guy obviously feels bad about it. I'm sure it's one of those moments, but just get out of here real quick.
Being in college, I'd hit him dead in his damn head with the football. I'm just telling you, just knowing me in college, Ocho, because I'm not going to be as professional as I am in an NFL setting. I'd hit him dead in his damn face with that football.
Hit him dead in his face, and you see that uniform he wearing?
I don't give a damn about that uniform. He had that uniform on when he bumped into two 19-year-olds.
Okay, I see you.
Sure.
I mean, Ocho, they try. If you go look at the one on the right, I think it was 27. He actually tries to move. He tried to inch out the way, and then you gonna bump at us and then turn around and point.
Listen, Unc,
don't worry about it.
I don't know what's wrong with the cop. Obviously, he's in the wrong. If anything, you could have got skinny and slid through them boys real quick. It would have been no problem. Outside of that, tough guy. I got the badge on. I'm the officer. I'm gonna keep my broad shoulders up. And whoever bump into me, we're gonna have a little altercation. It could have been prevented. It was unnecessary.
I'm not gonna lie. If I'm in that position too, I'm gonna go with the guy. I'm definitely turning around, getting in his face, and saying something. 100%. It's gonna get to the point.
Knowing you, Johnny, you gonna hit him with the football too.
I'm gonna test him for sure. I'm gonna get in his face and say, "What's up, bitch?" Right off the rip, dead ass.
Yes,
right to his face.
I just know it, Ocho. Cause I'm in a hostile environment and I'm already on. Yeah. So your instinct is
bark.
I'm gonna react.
Bark.
I'm gonna hit him. I promise you. In college, now NFL. First of all, I don't think cops would be like that. Different. First of all, they got security, but cops, they just chilling out there. They happy. They're like, oh man, they might give you a high five or something. But I don't know what he's thinking that. Oh, you mean mugging two college kids? I got something for your ass.
In the middle of a game at that. It ain't that much.
Ocho, he turned around and point like, bro, I don't know where he thought he was. See, he thought he was on the street. See, I want you to know now, that ain't the first time he behaved like that. That ain't the first time. Because think about it. You in front of 100,000. How many of y'all had today, Johnny? 100 what?
105.
God.
Y'all had 105,000. You got two college kids. So let me ask you a question. What happens when you ain't got no thousand watching?
You ain't lying.
I had some for it.
You ain't lying.
Your team, just cause your team loses, you gonna shove two college kids. A&M, you handled it correctly. LeBron James tweeted that A&M cop needs to be suspended. That was premeditated and corny AF. He went out of his way to start some ish. Do better. He did.
He did for sure.
Kudos to the gentleman, to the South Carolina, Nick Harbor, and the other gentleman. I don't know his name off the top of my head. Congratulations for holding your composure. And not because you could have, and I don't think anybody would have said that you did anything wrong. But see, this is what we're talking about, Ocho. You see, when no one's watching, how they'll do, what they'll do, how they'll treat you.
Yeah.
You see that, Ocho? I just want y'all to see that. Now, this you got 105,000 people in the stadium. You got cameras everywhere, and he did this, so you know how he will behave if there are no cameras around. Why, bro? Why you gonna shove two college kids and then you gonna turn around and point like they did something wrong? They got every right to be where they are. I just, man, please. But I just don't get what he thought he was doing. I mean, I guess he thought he was doing a good gesture. And some people be like, yeah, that was the right thing. They ain't have no business in the tunnel.
Nah,
what you mean?
They ain't got nothing to do with it. Yeah, listen, I think everybody named Alma, whether you're a Texas A&M fan or not, knows the cop is in the wrong. He's in the wrong. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It was unnecessary. If anything, you could have got Skinny. You know, the kids, they just coming down, they just scored. It was unnecessary.
He sought it out for sure. And to be honest, trust me, I've had my tiffs with the state troopers and the city police of Bryan and College Station. So I've had my tiffs with them in the past for sure. I will say, for the majority of the people in law enforcement in and around this area, this is a very well policed, very protect the school and protect the people area. The majority of law enforcement around here does an amazing job, and I'm very thankful for what they do for me and the other people of this city. But that today, what we saw was wrong for sure, and I think A&M did handle it the right way.
Yeah, and I think the thing is that trying to get skinny. I ain't trying to get skinny.
Oh, no.
I'm big. I just scored a touchdown, Ocho. I'm big. I'm wide. Like you said, how you big? Like you 250, 260. I'm coming through like a big body.
I don't think people understand what I mean by get skinny. I'm just saying turn sideways. That's all. Yeah.
Like you're in a crowded club. Chad, you know how you go to a crowded club and you like, excuse me. Especially if you got a drink, you don't want nobody to bump your drink and you don't want to spill your drink on nobody, because then you got, boy, you spilled your drink on me. You ain't going to say, excuse me? My bad, dude. You see all these damn people in here? What the hell you make it seem like it's just me and you in this mofo? But I just think the thing is that it's just a bad situation that shouldn't have happened. And the cop doesn't look good. The college kids look really well how they handled that situation and moved on. And it's just, I just hate it. So, and Johnny, like I said, Johnny went to school at College Station, so he knows how they behave certain times. I mean, I don't think you have that problem now, Johnny, when you go back there. They love you now because the attention that you brought there. Because, you know, A&M has been A&M, but you brought a new level of fandom. You brought eyes back. You brought the national eyes back to A&M. Man, look here. A&M really hadn't been on anybody's map since Corey back in the 90s. So what you were able to do is to bring eyes to Texas A&M. Because, like I said, Texas A&M has been they were good once upon a time. But what you were able to do, Texas A&M, they go 7-5, 8-4, whatever the case may be. Nobody was expecting them to do anything. And then Johnny comes there and he plays out of his mind. He wins the Heisman Trophy. And now there's a level of expectation that comes along with that program. And Coach Mike Elko has these guys playing well. Marcel Reed, Concepcion, they have a really nice ball club. We're gonna find out if they can keep this thing going. They got Texas, and then they got the SEC championship game. So they have everything they can to play for. Unfortunately, because they handled this so quickly, they didn't let this incident mar a big-time victory.
Of course. I think one thing when I do come back to this town, first of all, Unc, I appreciate you saying that. I'm humble in the fact of what Texas A&M is now, and when I go back and look at that stadium and realize how different it is, what an unbelievable opportunity I had as a young kid to be able to go have an impact on a school like that, in a state like that. And one of my favorite things when I walk on the field on a game day is to see my old police officer who used to take me home after the games and take care of me and be on the staff. And when we traveled, he took care of me like a fucking wrapped me in a blanket pretty much. And that was good. It didn't let nobody touch me. It's the happiest moment when I dap him up on the sideline, give him a hug and check in on him and his family. So what the school has done for me, amazing. What a position we're in for the first time in a very long time, maybe even unprecedented throughout A&M's football history. I don't know if we've ever been in a position where we're undefeated, get into a conference championship, and a playoff that, depending on how it shakes out, we could get an easier run, or we could get somebody that falls off late here and we end up playing a team that was ranked probably in the top 5 all year. But you don't know how it's going to shake out. Nevertheless, shout out to Elko, shout out to Marcel Reed, shout out to Concepcion, all the boys, Capital, the defense, and every Aggie that showed up today. We needed everybody in that stadium because we needed to play it perfect, and we did. And it doesn't matter because we got a dub, and we hit in Northgate tonight for sure. Go Aggies.